another classic from Bally. Guys, this is one of the rare Bally pinball machines, Cybernaut, and everybody has been waiting to see this video. You know, they only made 900 of these machines. It's just amazing. What's that? Look, what's that?
Here I am.
Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. She's getting lower and lower. Uh-oh, you guys better run her out.
I'm here to check out my pinball game. It's called Flight 2 Fans. Danny and Natalie. I'm so glad you're getting this game. And you're so lucky to be getting this. And you should thank your mommy and daddy for doing a great job of buying this great game for you. Especially since Mother's Day is coming up. Enjoy the game.
Okay, I think we've had just about enough.
What?
Look at this beautiful Cybernaut. A wonderful game for the Hernandez family. We've gone through all the artwork, touched it up where needed. You know, with only 900 of these out there, and I don't know how many survive, I think this will make a real collectible game. We've taken out the black T-molding and put the chrome in. This is still covered with a protector strip. This has that neat skinny head, unlike me. And this is the one where the glass opens up on the hinge. It's such a great feature. You know what? Let's show you this feature now. Only, I guess, 4 or 5 machines have this. Fireball Classic, the limited edition 8-ball deluxe. The glass slides out to service the lamps. But the beauty of this is you do not have to take the glass out when you want to go back in to work on the boards. Just have to be careful when you slide it in so you don't scratch the glass. Beautiful mirrored finish. Now, what's the surprise inside? Of course, we have the original card paper that are still stapled here. Oh, telling you 3-ball and 5-ball recommended settings because it changes the rules and such, and they're still here too. But you know what? This is the only Bally game to use this specific logic board. This logic board is very, very unique. Notice the 5101 is not here. Instead, there's a smaller RAM chip, and there's no RAM above it either. It's unused, this socket. There's also numerous changes on this board. This logic board was only used in this game because the game after this uses the 6803, which was 8-ball champ. So only this one game got this new board. We don't know whether Bally had upgraded it, made it fewer chips on the board. We notice there's chips missing here. There's some jumpers down here, maybe for some updates. We just don't know. It still uses our regular processor, and then the two 6821s here. But other than that, there was really not a lot of changes. We have lithium battery, of course, that we've put in a blocking diode. But take a nice gander at that board because it's only in Cybernaut. Now, the lamp driver board we've changed to put in a Ultec brand new board. These sell for $99, and this board will allow you to use LEDs under the playfield for the computer controlled lamps, and you don't get that annoying flicker. They ran out of transistors, so there's an auxiliary lamp board here. Okay, so this is an extra one to run other lights they couldn't fit onto that board. We ran out of transistors. Anyway, soundboard here, no speech, just sound. Saved them money. The speech chips back then were expensive. And boy, now you can get a lot more speech in a greeting card with a little tiny chip. You didn't need this whole thing here. And our power supply and solid driver board. Notice it's white. The later games had a white board. If you have a green board in any of your games, it means you have the original run driver boards. The later boards, they changed the color to white. No big difference. There might be a couple changes on it. I never really inspected the board to see what they may have improved on, but runs just the same as the other. We have changed the capacitor for the 5-volt regulator, and we reheated solder in that. This nice compact head. packed as me. Well, Frank, how about if we show you some of the things we have added to this? Now, the play field was fairly well lit, but not lit enough. So what we did is, see this arrow that's blinking? That's indicating the tube shot here. And what we did is we installed a new socket right here. And the lightning bolt is now lit with the same transistor that lights that. There will be no drain on the board because they're LEDs. So we decided that that was an important feature to put that into it. We also added a light right here to light this plastic here. So that originally was not lit, and now it is. We put purple flipper rubbers here. These are the new plastic ones. Of course, all rubbers, and I think all the posts were bad. They've all been changed. We had one broken plastic that we put a new one on. We cut a new one out and put it here. You can't get plastics for this. Good heavens, there's only 900 of them, and I don't think I've ever seen any spare parts. The tube was shattered, so we got a new tube. Home Depot sells these tubes in 5-foot lengths. So we got a new tube and cut it to fit. Our ion generator up here, it looks like it does something or moves or something. It doesn't. It's just a propped up ramp so you can hit these 3 targets, and they're not easy to hit. And look, right up top here, these 4 rollover buttons. Remember them from Xenon? But they behave differently. It's actually a lot easier. Xenon, it was very difficult. It was very skill-oriented because you had to get them in order. But here you don't have to qualify for that special. So they actually sweetened the rules. They made this game a little easier to play because it's not multi-ball. It's single ball. Now, drop targets you can buy brand new from Pinball Resource. Look at the drop targets. They are the same ones that are on Flash Gordon. Yes, they use the same ones. Why not? Did anybody remember? I used to wonder, you know, when people broke drop targets years ago, they never bought the factory targets again. They always put in just a standard replacement Bally target, which was usually blank or it had a bullseye or circles in it. But because nobody was bothering to put the factory ones in, because you had to order them and wait for them, there was no time for that. I want to point out one more feature too. The gates. You see the gate here? This moves. It turns on this gate light, but it's not on a transistor. Just like Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, actually the black hole did too. It physically pushes together a set of contacts that turns on a GI light. It's not in the computer. And the same is true over here. When this opens and closes, this gate, see this one here, that goes on and off. Non-computer control, because we actually had somebody call, I remember saying, there's 2 lights that don't flash in the advertising mode. And I would be able to say, I know which 2. Now, gameplay is very simple, but it has some nice in-depth rules. Sounds like a Cybernaut, doesn't it? Your first shot, look, your special's immediately lit. Because when you fire your ball up, you can roll around on these targets. Now the best thing is if you get all 4, and you don't have to get them in order. Wow. Instant free game. Of course, you have to keep them all bouncing around up here long enough to hit all the targets. It was hard, but it could be done. Then you'll collect whatever bonus, if that's flashing, that's down here. Okay, now, the when lit, see? When we go up here and roll through here, this switch here puts that lighting effect in, right? When it rolls over this switch right here, that we have a, by the way, I didn't even point out, a color changer, and we've also installed a clear rollover there instead of the red one. It's opened up the gate. And we get our ball back. So that'll happen every time you go through this, go all over this, it turns on your gate. See? Look at that. Very, very nice feature. Now, to get the other gate open, all you have to do is blast. B, A, S, and T. And our gate is now open. And, oh, by the way, you advance, you get 150,000. Now special the next time you spell blast, and you get your ball back. That switch right there, its whole job in life is to close that target. And then you're back up top. Once again, to try to get, here's your bonus, you got all the points there, you're back in business. Now, our blast will get our special, but let's instead concentrate on the guardians. These are the guardian targets. Each time you get them down, you'll get points, and you get all four down. We got 2,000 points for all four, and it moves up to 1,000 apiece. So we'll get 4,000 next time. But it's also opened our gate, so we can go up here and get our ball back. But most important, it gives you access to the ion generator. Now, white, we're in white mode. White, if you get all three, you'll get 90,000, okay? So here we go. We go up here. There's 1, 2, 3. Now we've moved on to extra ball. That's these lanes here. You notice the sound has gotten more exciting. Our target's reset because now to get the special, you gotta work for it, baby. It's not gonna give you another special that quick. So let's get our targets down. Okay, we got 4,000, and then we moved up to 1,500, and oops. Frank, I did it.
Pinball wizard.
Okay. Get my credits, my points. My gate's closed. And of course, my advanced bonus multiplier when lit. They're both flashing. And of course, the advanced bonus multiplier is here. So, if I go up the lane, I'll get my light show. I'll get my advanced multiplier. Let's watch it come on. And I'll light my gate. Now I get 2 times my bonus. Not bad, huh, Frank? Uh-oh. Well, you know what? We are not on any kind of platform. It's flat. Like my head. Shiny. We'll have to reset the high score before we send it out to you guys. Now, obviously, we can turn the volume down. I thought you might want to experience that. Did you hear? Well, you probably possibly could hear how deep bass it is. Look, I need blast. I've got it. Now, you know these targets are similar to vector. You know how the vector targets are standing up at almost the same angle, blocking that lane. So this game doesn't encompass other games. So let's see. We had Flash Gordon that shares the drop targets. We have the gates here that are shared, the lights and the gates that are shared with the black hole and Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. And the xenon rollovers and the tube. Yeah, quite a few. You know, I almost forgot to share with you what the game looked like and the surprise it had when we first got the machine into the shop. Let's show you that video. We have a very unusual video to present for you. Well, first of all, we just started monkeying around with this Cybernaut.
Monkeying?
Yes, now I have to show you something. It's been on the shelf for years. We acquired this years ago, but you can see the bulbs they still work. The game does not power up. But I just thought you might like to
Smash the glass.
look. Look at this.
Perfect.
Yeah, the rubbers.
Deliver it now.
Wow, it's been sitting. But the good news is there's not one or two, but there's three. There's 4 GIs open that are still on, and then that logic one. But look what's inside. That's the surprise.
Ooh, gross.
Inside, the original manuals. Oh my God, Kurt!
That's how you were soldering.
Look,
Up there.
look, the manual request card, and the warranty card. Kurt, should we mail these?
Call 'em.
All right, look what else is in here. This is a surprise. Inside here, this is what they used to pack with all the games you bought. You got extra pricing cards. You can make it $1, see? And look, fuses, and even 2 extra Allen screws and the wrench for these lovely flipper mechs. Now, yes, they're... I think this has had 0 service since day one. But look, here's the other good news. Inside, also the original cabinet. Oh, that was probably stapled on the side, so that's not exciting. And look, the lovely tilt ball. It's just a hair under, no longer silvered. Just a hair.
A little rusty. My God, he's throwing something away. He didn't save it.
Jason has started his work on the playfield with the removal of everything.
Well, not everything. There's still some pieces.
Well, it has polished up nice. It has the factory Mylar on it too, which is good. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it keeps you from getting beat up.
Wow. And look, we're going to give to our customer those same things. There they are. So we're going to make sure that they're in a package that we send out to our customer when they get this machine. Well, I think we covered just about everything, Frank, didn't we? Huh? Oh, my lovely wife.
I told you I'd get even.
Oh! Good night, honey. And good night to you. See you next week. Now get out!
Bye. It's been nice.
Now get out!